Welcome back to the midweek installment of Hot Stove, presented by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Eight weeks on the #1 spot on the Billboard gospel charts for Todd Dulaney's Your Great Name. And right now, Todd's got 3 songs on the top 25. Hey, it's a pleasure to meet you and have you in the studio.
Man, this feels good, guys.
What's up, buddy? We got to make the connection for our viewers, how you and Harold became acquaintances and your connection to the game.
So I'll tell the story real quick.
All right.
At the Grammys, remember when Millar and I did the whole promo for the network at the Grammys?
Yeah.
So coming out, going to the hotel to get in the car, and I see this guy. He sees me. Harold Reynolds, how you doing?
Yeah.
I said, what's up, man?
Yeah, he did. He did big league me. He big league me.
Gave him the courtesy. He goes, hey, I used to play baseball in the Met organization. I said, really? So we talk a little bit. And I said, well, what are you doing here now? And he goes, oh, man, I just lost a Grammy to Kirk Franklin. And I went, what? And we hit it off.
He had more of a business being there than you did.
He
by the
did.
way.
He totally did.
And he big leagued me. I was just like, just give me a chance. I just want to meet you, shake your hand. You know, I'm a big fan.
So you're in the midst of a terrific career, but this is like your second act because you were a baseball player before you became a gospel artist.
Yeah, I was a middle infielder and thought that was what I was going to do. That's all I ever wanted to do, man, is play in the big leagues. And just really I wanted to be a Yankee. But I got drafted by the Mets. Thankfully, somebody took me. And it just didn't work out. One off season, I started singing and fell in love with it. Didn't know that I could sing like on this level, but I fell in love with it, man, and it's just taken off.
So you were telling me a story that you were in spring training, and obviously you could sing, and Mookie Wilson would have you sing when all the minor leaguers were around.
Yes, yeah. So one morning before spring training started, they gathered everybody together, and they said, hey, we heard a guy can sing. We're going to make him sing today. And I mean, when you're a minor leaguer, you kind of really don't have a choice. You want to make it to the next level, you sing if they tell you to sing. So they called me down, and they're like, sing the national anthem. And I'm saying, I mean, it's nothing but the whole organization, like from Mike Piazza to Pedro Martinez, the whole organization is there. And I'm like, oh, say, can you? And I'm singing. And afterwards, all the guys are like, you need to sing. Like, you need to take it seriously.
Mookie was like, you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
What are you doing here playing baseball?
Like, what are you doing?
So how many years did you play? How many years were you in the
Hold on, we got a special caller.
we got going on now?
We got a special caller, all right? Hold on. Hey, special caller, how you doing?
What's going on, people?
Who is this?
It's Cliff Floyd.
It's Cliff, man.
Cliffy!
So, Cliff, tell us your story with Todd, your connection.
Oh, man.
All right.
Man, we go back to 03. Todd know the story. He came over, our little Chicago connection, and he's like, yo, man, let's hang out. Let's eat sometime. So, obviously, I take him under my wing. We hanging out. And he kept saying, man, I can sing, but they had these local little talents, you know, where you can win $100. He's like, I need some extra money.
I can win it. I can win that $100.
I'm gonna win that $100. Just drop me off and come back and get me. I go, what? So I drop him off. He come out. He got a crisp $100 bill, and I would go, "Are you kidding me?" I said, "Man, let's get out of here for somebody to get us."
Cliff, you are not supposed to tell this story on national television.
So Cliff finished. So then what happens later? So finally you decide to stick around.
I said, "Hold up, let me find out what this man really about." I go in. Everybody's checking him out, and they like, who is this dude to come up here and think he can sing? So, bro, all this, you know, everybody's chilling, and when he leaves the stage with his $100, guess what everybody doing? Standing ovation. Every time my man came off the stage, I said, boy, you can't hit a curveball, but you can sing. You gotta come on that stage.
All right, Cliff, that's enough, Cliff. That's the end of it.
Cliff took him under his wing. You know, and Cliff, I'm going to leave you on so Todd can tell you what he told me yesterday. Cliff took him under his wing. You know, Cliff's an established major leaguer.
Yeah.
Picking this minor leaguer up.
Yeah.
And taking him to dinner and driving around with him. And And Todd, you were telling me the influence he had.
Cliff, man, it's an honor, man. I really want to say thank you. Like, people don't know what goes on in the minor leagues, but dude, you really look like, to the point where my mom would call and say, Cliff, thank you so much for taking care of my son. Like, he would, I mean, I would drive your car. I remember when I was going out on a date and you were like, hey, you can't take her out in a taxi. Here, take my car.
No, man.
Yeah, and here I am driving like a $100,000 car to go pick up a young lady. She probably thought I was the man. So anyway, Cliff, thank you so much, man. Like, I mean, for real, like, you'll always be a part of my story, man. Thank you for just holding me down, man. I had so many bats and cleats that everybody thought I was like, man, are you rich? No, I got a brother that's looking out for me.
Do a lot of your ex-teammates, and Cliff, maybe you could answer this too, a lot of your ex-teammates from the minors, have they followed you? Are they aware that you've had this great success?
Yeah, I get a chance to talk with Carlos Gomez. He, leaves me tickets whenever he comes to town. Lasting Milledge was another good friend of mine as well. And so, I mean, everybody's just kind of like, this is really happening for you. And I guess I made the right choice. You know what I mean? So it's pretty cool, man, to see that everybody's doing their thing, big league guys, and I'm getting a chance to really impact.
So what's the largest audience you sung again?
Man, 75,000 people in Uganda.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't even know what that even looked like. You don't even see the end of them. They're just, just out there, way out there. Yeah.
Wow. Do you have a writing collaborator that you work with, or do you write your own stuff?
I write pretty much all of it. I write 80% of every album that I've come out with so far, and that writing is probably my strongest gift.
So give us a little background. You didn't just all of a sudden, hey, singing Cocoa Pops, and now he can go ahead and do this. Did you play the guitar? I saw you playing guitar and piano and all that. You teach yourself, or how?
All of this stuff is self-taught. We had a piano in the house when I was growing up. I used to sit down on the piano and just mess around with it. My whole family, they all sang. My dad, my brother. And so I was just listening to them behind the scenes, and I would just sing when no one was around. I didn't want anybody to know because it wasn't really a cool thing to me growing up. Athlete was cool. Like, it was like you were strong, you were the guy. So I hid the fact that I sang for a long time until finally I was like, man, this is who I am, and I kind of embraced it.
Music is where it's at, man.
Well, now I know. I didn't know that back then.
Well, did you know Matt has a musical background?
I have no musical ability or background. I just have a lot of respect.
Oh, really?
A lot of respect for music, that's all. No.
So you want to sing a little something, just a little taste? Give us a couple bars or something. We got to hear it.
Okay, let's see. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, 'cause it's root for the Yankees. If they don't win, it's a shame. 'Cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Awesome. We got the bandbox.
No wonder. I don't have 100 on me.
Say you don't have 100 on them.
I got 5.
That's what I'm talking. You got 5 on it. That'll work.
Todd, this is tremendous. Hey,
awesome to meet you, man. You're on your way. I'm so glad that you stopped playing baseball. I can't even tell you.
Thank you,
What a great story you are, and thanks for sharing some of it with us.
So when you performing again?
Oh, we'll be in Atlanta. Look at me. You see me? Do you see me?
Oh, don't let that bug bite you again.
Look at that.
Start thinking about that again. Those days are gone.
Take him out. Take his leg out. No. Blast him out. Hey, so where do we see you?
We're in Atlanta this weekend. I'm in Atlanta this weekend, and then we're getting ready for a tour. The tour is actually, the biggest tour this summer is in Africa. So we're starting top of the continent and working our way all the way down. We'll end up in Cape Town and come on home. We're releasing a live record that we recorded in Africa, so that's what's bringing about the tour.
Awesome, man. Grammy nominee Todd Dulaney live here on the Hot Stove set. Good luck on the tour. Great to meet you, man.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Appreciate that. I'll be lip singing.
Get some love, Matt. Get over here.
I'll be lip singing that.